because I need somebody out there, anybody out there, to stop Sylvester Stallone. Quit ruining your movie franchises. I say this because Expendables 3 just came out last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, last week. And it's absolutely horrendous. I mean, I haven't seen it, but it got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. You got to be doing something.
I didn't even hear about that movie. Did they even advertise that very much?
Expendables 3?
Yeah.
Like
I didn't see any
ads. Yeah, and it's just like, hey, we can bring in more and more and more of these horrible. I'm not going to say horrible. A lot of these guys were amazing in their prime, but all these action stars from the '80s, like how many more can you fit in? Like they have.
Did they bring Jet Li back?
Jet Li's back. Mel Gibson's in there. Harrison Ford is in this one. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not back, but that's another story. But they have Ronda Rousey, which I think she's a really good MMA fighter. She actually won a Chewbacca Chainsaw of the Week award for our sports show a couple weeks back. But her acting prowess, I can't imagine, is top notch. Just not feeling it. But after the Expendables came out, and it's flopped. I mean, it did like $16 million its first week, and probably cost over $100 million to make, and it won't make that money back. I can't imagine. Expendables 2 is horrible. Expendables 1, not so bad, kind of fun. But now
Expendables 1, I saw one scene of, and I was told that was all I needed to see. And I believed it, but it was cool. It was a good action scene.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was what it was advertised to be.
What you expected.
We're going to give you a loose, like the first one was, we're just going to give you a semi-plot, and we're going to throw all these guys together, and they're going to mess some stuff up. And you're like, okay, here we go. And then the second one, they're like, we're going to do the same thing again. And it just turned out to be super horrible, like just like the 300 movies. 300 was great, and then 300 Rise of an Empire was like, hey, we're just going to do the same stuff, and it just didn't work. So
yeah, well, the Expendables thing, you'd think, hey, action, you can just throw more action. But I think they threw so much action into the first one. You know, they were already doing the whole, hey, what if we did this thing? Man, what if we then just threw this thing in? What if we made it so... They already did the whole ridiculous plot line and ridiculous, like, just huge action scene. They probably couldn't think of anything better to do. Where do we go from here?
It hurt watching Expendables 2. That's for sure. It really...
And then 3, where are you going to go from there after you've already used up your second rate?
Down is where you're going to go from there. But I really am talking about this not because the Expendables just came out, but because he's about to start shooting on Rambo 5. Now, Rambo 4 came out a couple years ago, and it wasn't horrible. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, they ruined the Rambo series. But they didn't. But just like the Expendables wasn't horrible the first time around because it was like, okay, this is fun. The second time around is not going to be good. So look for him to ruin that. And I'm just praying that he doesn't want to ruin some of his other franchises. Like, what about Cliffhanger? What are they going to do with that? Like, back to the mountain, just when you thought it was safe. To climb mountains again. Cliffhanger Part 2.
What we really need, though, hold on. The way where we really need things to go is we need a Rocky Rambo crossover, and it's just Stallone.
Yeah, it's a one-man
versus Rambo.
It's a one-man play, Rocky versus... Yeah, and they did do a Rocky 6, and he kind of ruined that one, too. So, I mean, what the hell? I just don't understand it. Stallone, slow down, buddy. Come on. You're 70 years old. Your face does not move at all. You cannot show expression anymore, and why are you still in movies, dude? Come on. Just be happy with your money, be like all the other fading actors, and be a producer. Throw your money away and something else.
Stop doing the action. You know, maybe show us up.
He can't move his face, man. That's not fair. How are you going to emote?
He'll do Demolition Man 2. Demolition Man 2, Rise of the New World.
Yeah, well, that makes me... and
it'll be a serious drama about reconstructing civilization after the bad experiment.
But he can't move his face. He can't move his face. He just can't do it.
It's going to be so serious, he's not supposed to move his face. That's going to be the only expression he needs in the movie. Everything's going to crap, and he has to make business decisions.
Reconstruct the future, yo. Hey, yo, Taco Bell's a real good place to eat.
Because remember,
we need to prevent the next earthquake.
Remember, in Demolition Man, they always went to Taco Bell. That was the fancy restaurant.
Yep. That was the only restaurant left.
Ah, there you go. Taco Bell, the only one approved. So yeah, and I was actually reading an article, another interview of him, and it was funny because he mentioned something where he blamed Arnold Schwarzenegger for some of his biggest flops in his career, and he said in 1984 he took 2 roles that he wouldn't have taken otherwise because they were huge flops. One was Rhinestone, don't really know that one, but Stop or My Mom Will Shoot was the other one, and you can just... infer from the title how horrible that one probably was. But he said, "Yeah, Arnold, I was scared he was gonna take all the good roasts, so I had to, take some of them roasts. I'm not thirsty. I just need something to drink." That was a Briskin list.
So,
all right. That was me making fun.
Here's something. All right. Here's a better idea. Again, coming from Joe, he was saying that maybe we should have one of these movies where the stars actually fight to the death. And you know what that made me think we really need? If we can pull in some other guys with Stallone, an Expendables type movie of Thunderdome.
Well, really, you have the Expendables cast to just throw them in the Thunderdome. You have Mel Gibson's there. Of course, Sylvester Stallone, Jet Li, Jason Statham, Terry Crews. Actually, Wesley Snipes, I believe, was in the last one. Chuck Norris has been in there at one of those times, so of course Chuck Norris is going to win. But then, if you throw Chewbacca in the mix with him, that would really be...
We've talked about this before, too. Thunderdome has chainsaws. As soon as Chewbacca gets to that chainsaw, it's done. With Chewbacca, chainsaws, everyone can enter the Thunderdome. No one leaves the city but Chewbacca.
Well, of course. There's very few places he walks into that anybody else but him walks out of, but yeah. So let us know what you think. How are we going to stop Stallone? Come on, guys. We need a plan.
I got a hint for you how we're going to do it.
Should we donate money to a Kickstarter just to, hey, we'll pay you to stop making movies? Should we do that? Should we stop making movies, Stallone? Kickstarter? Let us know. Hit us up, comments down below. Of course, at Words to My Face on Twitter, wordstomyface@gmail.com, Google Plus, and Facebook. All good ways to get a hold of us.
Of course, the real way we're going to do it.
Nobody expects the Chewbacca with a chainsaw.